the rain that's fallen on me for the last few days. Although it's kind of gave me some problems, not wanting to let me do my videos the way that I had originally intended them, offers its blessings. My old little trailer here I've told you about before has caught a lot of it. One day I'm going to have a nice garage for it to go into. But now I'm going to take the blessings of this spring rain, save it out, use it to water my plants with. It was nature's way of giving back to me for spoiling my plans for the last couple of days. I'm going to work with it. Think like y'all do. None of us got a choice there, do we? Let's make it work. Be thankful for everything. Be thankful for that rain. Okay, as I rebuild my Hugel stump that I made the other day, I found one of my rocks that has got a reminder of the common ground of time. It's got the fossils from a completely different age, millions of years ago, when gigantic animals roamed the earth. They were pretty terrible lizards. Well, from that far past here in Alabama, these are going to make a home, a new home for the new lizards, the little bitty ones, the little critters. That's what I'm doing this for today. The tiny lizards, not the big ones. These are going to be my friends. This is going to be one place that I give them a home, and they'll help me in my garden. Well, the sun is starting to go down on this day. Spring's getting closer. We can always tell from the dandelions just how close it's getting. When we see those pop up, we know spring is just around the corner. The bees know that too. The bees and other pollinators, when they wake up from their cold winter nap and inactivity, when they've depleted their food over the winter, they're looking for food. Many times, dandelions are the first things it's one of the first things that they find to get them some energy so that they can do their wonderful work for us. There's something else here that knows that it's spring. It's one of my plum trees. Look at that. Now here comes a truck. Gonna go by and make me have to rethink shooting this. It's kind of quiet. Good. This is a plum tree. Those beautiful blossoms there. This is either a Methley plum tree or a Santa Rosa plum tree. I planted it years ago, and now it's starting to really fill out now. I'm going to train it back in a special way that I'll show you later. If I had known about the name tags that I shared the idea with you before, if I had known that years ago, then I'd know exactly what this tree is now. And that brings me to a little correction I wanted to make. Or not a correction, just more information. The name tags made out of the aluminum cans, they're a great idea. They'll be around a while. But aluminum will get brittle, especially that thin. It'll get brittle after a while, after it's had a chance to get weathered by the storms and the sun, especially the thinness of that material. You may want to look at something else as a more permanent option. Some real thin sheet steel might be good, or copper. You can find these sheets of copper in your local stores. Looking at my pear tree here now, we did see get around here to where I can see what I'm doing. My pear tree, what is this? Baldwin. That's a that's a leaf. That's a Baldwin leaf pear. Baldwin pear. I bought this Baldwin pear and a Bartlett pear. That's still got the name on it, although that's been there for years. When I had the trees all around my property, no sun, and some of those trees were big and dangerous. So I needed to cut those down, and I did. And so we finally have sun to my fruit trees. The trees that were here were great. They shaded, but every storm that come up, it made me nervous. They come down and kill me and my boys or my neighbors. So they eventually had to go. Which brings me now over here. And it's not finished yet. It's going to be sort of a secret garden here. My Hugel stump. It's right here. Now that I've had a chance to redo it and the blessings of the rain has ended. We got that beautiful sun now after the rain. It always happens. You can always count on it. Life storms can be pretty terrible. But after that, there's always that peace and calm that comes with it. Everything looks so pretty after that rain. It gives us a renewed sense of hope. Things are going to be okay. Yeah. So I made this. This is a secret garden. And I say that because right in here is my little official thing of 13 days left till spring. That's all we've got. It's coming fast. These are the bulbs that were given to me by the Viking gardener in exchange for or just as a token of appreciation. It wasn't any kind of a swap. I was proud to have that. These are double pink and yellow daffodils. I've never seen them. I seen them online. I looked those up, and they're very pretty. These are going to sit in here and be sheltered from the storms a little bit. My mouth is about to dry up. Yep, they're going to get some shelter from the storms and the sun as they grow up. Just little bulbs there, so they don't need a terrible lot of sun right now on them maybe. And we got some cold weather tonight. I'll probably keep them in to make sure that nothing happens to them. They don't get too cold. But what I've done here is going to break down through the years. The wood will break down and become soil. This is the pine tree that I cut up to do this. Now, one thing that strawberries love is they love pine trees. They love that acid. Anything about pine cones, pine needles, pine whatever, pine wood. It breaks down, it's going to like that. That's going to feed me and my family. Yep. Now, the rocks that I've got built up around here to hold it in place, it's not perfect. It's not joined by mortar. It's just joined by what this hillbilly's hands could put together and make it stable. And all around here, all these deep crevices, all my little helpers, my little critters, those terrible lizards that I hope to have, and I've already got them here. But what I'm wanting to do is give them more of a place on my property. More places to hide and live their lives. These little rocks, the crevices in here, I can see skinks. I can see fence lizards, anoles, what we call chameleons a lot of times. Little green and brown favorites of so many people down here. Oh, so many things, but especially my toads. I've had guard toads around here for a long time, and the lizards, and always make a place. The little critters. I can't talk. I need a drink. Maybe a glass of sweet tea. This one right here. Look how deep that is. I'm gonna take these rocks, we'll go all around this structure and give them a place to hide from the storms. Maybe it'll be a feral cat running around that they'll be protected from by me doing this. It gives them more of a chance to live and lay their eggs and make more of them. I hope to incorporate into my property lots of places for these little critters. Little critters? Man, I can't talk. Can't say that word, critters. There's another word that I am having difficulty with. Y'all may too. You know, I live out in the country. I'm not sure if y'all know this or not, but you know the reason why they invented the word country? Well, it came from the fact that rural was too difficult, too weird of a word to say. Rural. Rural. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, even though it's got those extra R's in there. Rural. Make me sound like Scooby-Doo. So I'm out in the country, you know. And out in the country on this little piece of property, I'm making room for beneficial critters in my garden. I hope to have the lizards, the skinks, the salamanders, especially over there at my aquaponics areas, anywhere I can keep it wet most of the time. I hope to have my toads and my tree frogs. And I hope that this little secret garden will give them a place to run and hide and then come back out the next day or whatever as they eat the bugs that are going to eat my garden. A lot of things out there on Facebook that you can find. If you want to know about the critters, I hate saying that word. I need the glass of tea. Where's my tea? Oh, it's way over there. Well, I'll deal with it and y'all can too. If you like the idea of this, even if you just want to put one of these on the back of your property somewhere, you don't have to have a stump. You just build a rock pile. You can build in some sticks that you gather up somewhere and do something like this and make some soil in there and grow something. And all around here, you'll have the little defenders hiding out, waiting for them. I hope that one day maybe a snake or two. Yeah, I know some of y'all don't like that. Oh, it's a snake. That's okay. They're not going to hurt you. Be careful where you put your fingers and stuff. If it's, you know, if you're in a place where there may be some venomous reptiles, always watch. But you'll be providing so much area for the little ones that's going to do you so much good. We just have unfortunate run-ins with snakes a lot of times. But remember the things I've said before. If you've got a venomous snake on your property, get with the relocators on Facebook. It's a free service. They'll come out and handle it for you. And you'll have lizards. You know, places for your kids and grandkids. Take them out there. They'd be surprised how much fun that they can have catching those little lizards and finding them and looking at them. Appreciating nature wherever they can. It could be something like this at the backside of your property, away from your home. That'd be a way that you can leave a little bit of room for nature. If you want to learn about these little critters, I can't say it. Learn about these little critters. There is a group on Facebook, or a web page on Facebook, or a Facebook page called Learn. And it's Learn About Critters. You can go there, or you can look up the state that you're in or the country that you're in and find lots of information on any of your species that's in your state and learn about them. Learn how we can interact with nature. That way we can, have a better life. Share it with your kids. Enrich their children's lives by doing that. Learn about the critters. I've known about these for a long time, all the lizards and snakes and all the places that the animals have in our ecosystem. What they do, their jobs. Learned how to catch them. Learn to appreciate them. It's part of nature. And my mom, from her, she gave me that deep appreciation for growing things. my dad, he gave me a deep appreciation for the little animals and the big ones. So we all get something from somewhere. You know, here's something else I wanted to say. I always forget things or say too much. See my shadow as it walks across here? Looks in there. Later on, when my little animals there are in there, they're going to see my shadow and they're going to run. They're going to worry that I'm going to eat them. They don't know that I've done this for them to help keep them safe. They don't understand, but I do. I know the story behind this. And now you do. But this is one way that I'll be incorporating nature into my garden to let her help me take care of me and my family. So today, on 13 days left till spring, now that I've taken it apart, from the secret garden, little private oasis for my little critters. They'll be coming out soon. They'll be getting warm, and they'll be ready for a place to live. They'll be looking for new places, new apartments, new homes, and making more. And I want to give them plenty of room. For me, that's just as important as getting seeds started inside the greenhouse or anything like that. Incorporating nature is going to make my property much richer. So day 13 left to day 13 of my Days Till Spring challenge. I offer you up this: sticks and stones and soil put together in the way that I've done it. You can do something like this, and whatever you design is fine. Be whatever you want to look like. It can be however you want to design it. I just give you the idea that this is something you might want to do. It's what I'm doing. I'll see y'all tomorrow when I've only got 12 days left till spring. Not sure what I'll do, but I'll see you then. I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening and a better tomorrow.